So today, we're diving into a country that many of us think we know, a nation that's almost synonymous with one single sport. But the real story is so much bigger, full of staggering superlatives and fascinating hidden complexities. Let's get into what makes Brazil a true global giant. Seriously, take a second. What's the first image that pops into your head? For most people, I'd bet it's a flash of yellow and green jerseys, maybe on a sun-drenched football pitch. And look, that's a powerful image for a reason. But what if I told you the real story of Brazil is way bigger and honestly a lot more surprising? So let's start right there with that image of football. Because to really understand Brazil, we first have to look past the beautiful game and find out where it even came from in the first place. And here's the first surprise. The sport that seems so quintessentially Brazilian, the one that feels like it grew out of the very soil, well, it was actually an import. It wasn't born on the beaches of Rio. Get this. It was brought over by Scottish and English railway workers way back in the 1870s. And once it arrived, man, it just exploded. It was introduced in the 1870s, and it took less than 30 years for the first official competitions to kick off. It was like an idea that had finally found its perfect home, and from there, it wove itself into the very fabric of Brazil's national identity. But here's the thing. Brazil's influence goes so far beyond the football pitch. It all starts with something you just can't ignore, and that is its unbelievable, jaw-dropping scale. This country is a true giant on the world stage. And when I say giants, I mean it. We're talking about the fifth largest country in the world by area. To put that into perspective for you, Brazil is bigger than the entire contiguous United States. It's a continent-sized nation. And it's not just about the land, it's packed with people, over 217 million of them, in fact, making it one of the most populous countries on the entire planet. And you have to understand this immense human scale to really get its power and its challenges. Now, all that physical space translates into some serious natural dominance. Brazil is the keeper of the planet's second largest forest area. That includes most of the Amazon rainforest, the lungs of our world. And it doesn't stop there. It's also home to the world's largest wetlands, the Pantanal. Ecologically speaking, Brazil is an absolute superpower. So you've got this massive country with these incredible natural resources. What does that lead to? Well, you guessed it, economic might. Brazil isn't just some regional leader. It's a global powerhouse, producing the things the world literally needs to function. And this isn't some secret. Its economic standing is recognized all over the world. As a member of the G20 and with the world's 12th largest GDP, Brazil is at the table, helping make huge decisions on international finance and trade. You can feel this economic power on your dinner plate, in your coffee cup maybe, without even realizing it. Brazil is the #1 producer of both beef and coffee, the #1. It's also one of the top 3 exporters of chicken, making it a critical player in keeping the world fed. And the country's industrial scale, just as impressive. The Itaipu Dam, which they share with Paraguay, is the second most powerful hydroelectric plant on Earth. It's an incredible feat of engineering that just dwarfs almost every other power source out there. Okay, so we've talked numbers, resources, scale, but that's just the skeleton. To truly get Brazil, you have to feel its cultural heartbeat, which has a rhythm and a history that is all its own. Its modern story really kicks off with Portuguese colonization in 1500, which, by the way, is why it's the only Portuguese-speaking nation in all of the Americas. It then went on to become an independent kingdom before finally establishing itself as a republic in 1889. That unique path has really shaped its identity. And that identity is so deeply connected to its nature. Here's a little fact that I think is just perfect. The most common last name in Brazil is Silva. And you know what Silva means in Portuguese? It means forest. The nation's most famous feature is literally written into the names of its people. And then, of course, there's the music, that iconic sound of samba. It was born from communities of African descent in the early 1900s. It's this powerful, beautiful fusion of African and European traditions that just perfectly captures the multicultural soul of Brazil. And watching over Rio de Janeiro is another one of Brazil's cultural titans. Standing 38 meters tall, the Christ the Redeemer statue isn't just a symbol, it's another one of the nation's superlatives, a new 7th wonder of the world. So we've painted this picture of a nation of giants, right? Geographically, economically, culturally, it's huge. But
And this is a really big but. The story has another layer, one defined by some profound and often really challenging contrasts.
And this is where it gets really complex. For all its wonders, Brazil also has the third largest prison population in the entire world, just behind the United States and China. That number points to some really deep-seated social challenges.
But right alongside that staggering, difficult statistic is something fascinating and kind of beautiful. Brazil has the program where inmates can literally reduce their prison sentences by reading books and writing reports about them. It's this uniquely creative and humane approach to one of its biggest problems. So, when you put it all together, the imported football, the colossal scale of its nature and economy, that rich cultural fusion, and these profound contrasts, you start to see a picture that's just impossible to simplify. It really is a country of superlatives, but its true marvel, its greatest wonder, is that incredible complexity.
Which, of course, leaves us with one last massive question. As this giant in resources, culture, and population, facing these immense opportunities and these huge challenges, what role is Brazil going to play in shaping our future? Because one thing is for sure, its future is going to impact us all.